Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that $40-ish and $100 range. Most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. And I was just getting ready to walk out of my TJ Maxx a few days ago, and I was thinking in my head, man, it's just the same old junk. Same, nothing different. The only time that they get some more stuff in is the same stuff that they had before. And you guys are like throwing all these awesome things, Latafas and these different clones. I'm not seeing none of that junk. So I was getting ready to leave, feeling defeated. And something caught my eye. Didn't even know I was looking for this fragrance. There was two of them in a box, 50 milliliter bottles for $20. And I want to talk about one of them today. That's David Beckham Instinct. It was launched in 2005, so this is not a new fragrance whatsoever. But I heard good things about these David Beckhams, and I wanted to see for myself what the talk was all about. So, a little bit about the presentation. Atomizer cap is light and plastic, but it clicks really well into place, and the atomizer itself, my goodness, that little thing's powerful. I was really pleasantly surprised when I saw that. So this is, if you just take these couple things, you can basically forget the rest. It is a citrusy, spicy vetiver. Before I looked up the notes in this, I tried figuring it out. I always like to do that. If I don't know what the notes are, I try to see how good I am and figure it out. And I was like, okay, I'm picking up bergamot, I'm picking up mandarin, I'm picking up definitely spice from somewhere, and vetiver. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's what I'm getting, and a little bit of powder. That's what I was getting. It's a very classic smelling fragrance. If this was released in the 80s or the 90s, or if it said that it was, it'd be very believable, because it really has that 90s feel, that 90s masculine, fresh, citrusy, fresh, spicy kind of a fragrance. This has that screaming, but it was launched in 2005. So I pull up the notes, and I was dead on with all that. There's star anise also, there's amber, there's pimento, that's where the spice is coming in, there's patchouli, but you could just forget all that. Leave the pimento, the star anise in there, the citruses, and the vetiver. The star anise giving it just a little bit of powdery. Good amount of spice though, man. This thing has a good amount of spice. It's a classic smelling daytime casual, kind of fun but a little bit sophisticated at the same time because it's masculine and mature. This is definitely a masculine fragrance, and for the price, it don't smell like a $10 fragrance. It just doesn't, not even a little bit. I don't know what the original smells like. This is my first time smelling this particular fragrance, and this is May of 2024, so I don't know what the old one smells like. I heard a lot of screaming about this is a reformulation, and the other one had more character and lasted a lot longer and stuff like that. So I can only go and judge this as a standalone. Quality's there. It's not an inexpensive, just a terrible blend of just like throw together whatever. The quality's there on this one. It's decent. It's at least designer level. It's not above designer level, so I shouldn't say at least, but it's up to designer level, kind of like mid-grade designer level. Quality. The performance, however, isn't good, but it's not horrific. Some people will say that it's horrific, and if you just do a normal 4 or 5 sprays or something like that, it probably isn't gonna last that long. To be honest, I hit it pretty hard. I hit it pretty hard, but it hung on for 4 hours, and when I would really go at it, it would go for 5 hours. So I mean, this is one of those ones where if you do dial up the sprays, it will magnify and increase the longevity. I know there's some fragrances, it just doesn't. You're just wetter from it basically. But this one actually does last a little bit longer. The dry down is heavier in the powdery side and the vetiver side with just a little bit of the citrus. It gets dustier, powdery, but it's still fresh. It's still a fresh smelling fragrance even in the dry down, but if you dial up the sprays, you're gonna get more of that dry down. But overall, my rating on this one will be a 5.5 out of 10 because It smells really good. It just doesn't perform that good. It would be a 6 out of 10 if it had a 5-hour fragrance. Might even be a 6.5. I might even give it a 6.5 if it was a solid 5-hour fragrance, but it's not. So the performance lacks a little, but man, this thing smells good. It's a real good smelling fragrance. Definitely mature. Definitely not a youthful fragrance, but I could see the younger crowd enjoying this because it is a very pleasing smelling fragrance. It just has that 90s feel. It really does. That like 1993, 1994 kind of a thing. Like if it was, yeah. You know what I mean by saying that. So it's a good smelling fragrance. You see that gift set and you're wondering what these things smell like. You'll see this one and the other, I forget what it's called. I got it right here. Classic Own. That one. We'll talk about that one next time. I want to give it a few more wearings. But yeah, David Beckham Instinct. There we go. Good smelling fragrance. Good smelling fragrance for what it is. And that's my final thoughts on David Beckham Instinct. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.